Hello again, viewers. Ohio Airgun Shooter back with the Daisy Powerline Model 822. This is a 22 caliber multi-pump single shot air rifle that shoots pellets. I have installed a Barska 2-7 power magnification scope, 2-7 by 32 millimeter objective. It's non-adjustable. I'll get to the reason why in a moment. I have higher rings on it. This should do for the upcoming squirrel season. The scope that it came with it was it was non-adjustable focus wise or magnification wise. It was a 32 power. I think it was like maybe 3 power, or I can't remember, but it was a Tasco scope. It's long gone, but this came on an H&R 4570 rifle, so it will be good enough for this. It's not airgun rated. However, this doesn't have any type of recoil like a Springer would. You have the when you release the piston, you have that rearward motion, and then the forward motion when it stops. Plus, it kind of has a little bit of a twist because of the spring. So you pretty much have 3 different kinds of movement on a Springer. Probably a little different on a gas piston, but still you have the rearward release, and then when it hits the compression chamber or whatever at the end, you have that stoppage, which kind of brings the gun forward. So you don't have that with this. So pretty much any air gun or any rifle scope will work. So you do not need an air gun rated scope for the Daisy Powerline Model 822. Now, as I mentioned before, it doesn't have the adjustable objective. Reason being, those kind of have a bigger, even though it'd be like 32 millimeter, it's still kind of chunky in the front. With these higher rings, they're more or less of a see-through ring, which allows me to actually use this as a rear sight. Meanwhile, I could continue to use my front fiber optic sight. Say, for instance, I have a short, close range shot. I don't have to use a scope. I could just use open sights for that, which this allows. So that's one of the reasons why I did not put adjustable objective lens on this. I mean, I have a Hawk like 50 millimeter, and I believe I got the Nikon Sterling. I think it's a 40 millimeter adjustable, but I just went with a standard 32 millimeter non-adjustable. However, it does have the 2-7 power magnification, which you can use that almost to kind of figure out what range your game will be at, or whatever if you're just shooting targets. So that's what I decided to install today. I already have it tightened. I already have it vertically lined up, so we're basically ready to go. Another thing about the higher rings is it allows me plenty of room to load this, being that it is a single shot and you have to load each pellet by hand, by fingers. It allows me to get my thumb in there and just kind of, when I will load, say I'm hunting squirrels or whatever, I can preload a pellet into there, have it pumped up, ready to go. Say I need a follow-up shot, I can easily just reload by rolling. I've got enough room to roll a pellet in with my thumb, pump it up to 10 as fast as you can if you need to finish off, whatever, you're shooting at humanely. But that's one of the nice reasons about the higher scope rings, other than being see-through and being able to continue to use your open sights. Now, I will be sighting this indoors at a distance of 6.5 yards. That's just to get on paper. I haven't installed this on this air rifle yet, so I'm not sure where it's shooting. I will be using the Premier hollow points. These are 14.3 grains. I will be using these to obtain on paper 0, and then I might use something else to adjust later on, just to kind of get my groups tight, and then maybe we can move outdoors and stretch it out a little bit further. But I mean, basically, you take a an actual cartridge firing rifle that you're sighting in at 100 yards. You're gonna start out at about 25 yards or so just to get it on paper. So basically, dropping down to a 22 caliber air rifle of this sort, I think the 6.5 yards is sufficient to get it on paper and to get it shooting where you kind of want to start out. So plus it's comfortable in here, it's air conditioned, it's about 90 degrees outside right now, so to get this sighted in indoors in a comfortable temperature, 6.5 yards should be sufficient. I will pump up to the max 10 pumps just to see where it's shooting. So that's what we'll be doing with these Crossplayers Premier hollow points. Again, 14.3 grains. They are a hollow point, but they're kind of more. They got a dome shape hollow point, so kind of a mix between a dome and a hollow point. So they should be pretty accurate. Weight wise, I'm not sure exactly what they are, pellet to pellet, but again, 14.3 grains is what I believe I weighed some of them at. So that's probably right around the average. So we'll go with that. So we'll see how well these, this is usually what I use to zero most of my air rifles with. So we'll see how well. But these are its favorites. So what I'll probably end up doing is get sighted in with these and then switch to the Beeman Silver Bear, and then I'll move to the heavier JSB Predator Polymags because I like to use those because they're just an excellent hunting pellet. I mean, they get maximum penetration. So with a rifle like this, that first shot is vital. Now, to help assist me in the sighting in of my Daisy Powerline Model 822, I just want some stability, so I'm just going to use this tipped-in gun butler as a shooting rest. It's not really designed for just sighting in and shooting, but for air rifles, it's just fine. Especially this one has it does not like a Springer, and doesn't have any recoil, so it'll work just fine. The only problem is I got to remove one of these or just bring it this way because I can't rest my cheek on here. Just because this kind of gets in the way and it makes it uncomfortable. So as long as I shift it back or just remove one and then just use it the front, the front one with the forearm as a rest, keep it level, I can pretty much get good steady shots every time. With the Springers, you can add a little bit of weight down in there, maybe like some bean bags or something. That will kind of hold it just fine. But as long as you got it in your shoulder, it shouldn't be a problem. You should get pretty good zero or whatever when you're trying to sight in a scope. What else? My shooting distance is only about 6.5 yards. I mean, that's all I got to work with down here, and that will be fine to get it on paper. I have a paper target down there, but I also have a cardboard, kind of a circle cardboard up there. It came from a frozen pizza, perfect little round target. I just added a birchwood target sticker on it in the center. So I'm going to start with that and just kind of see where my elevation is, and then I'll move to the lower targets, beginning with the left and the right. But I will be sliding this back some more, just to where it is. I mean, my seat's right here, so I'll be sliding it back at least another 1.5 foot. So where I'm shooting, I'm thinking the barrel will be probably right about where this line is, I'm hoping. So from there to about there is that's like 6 yards. So I mean, again, that'll be enough to get it on paper, maybe get some groups, get the windage and elevation, just at least the windage right, and then I can move outside to say 10-15 yards and then finish from there. or even the 20 yards, and just kind of see where it's, shooting, just to get prepared for early season squirrel hunting, or just just some plinking or whatever I want to do. But again, it is my favorite early season squirrel hunter. It's just fun. I mean, I like it. It's a pleasure to shoot. It looks great, and I really like it. And then maybe after I get this scope sighted in, I'll try a few shots just through the rings, just to kind of see if the accuracy is there. Because without the adjustable objective on the front, I have a clear sight picture to the fiber optic sight in front, and I can actually see above that. So I'm going to attempt to do a few shots just like that, and just to see where it's shooting at, for your very close range shots. So let me get myself moved over to the table, and we'll begin sighting in the Daisy Powerline Model 822 22 caliber multi-pump air rifle. All right, I'm in position. I have a Craftsman Premier hollow point loaded up, 14.3 grain. I'm going to start with that top cardboard round target up there with the orange sticker. I'm going to aim directly at the bullseye with my crosshairs. I'm going to have this beanbag up here just to start out, so because I'm kind of shooting at a upward elevation angle. So just kind of help me, and then once I drop down to the lower target, I can remove it. That way, because right now, if I aim down at those targets, I kind of gotta, it just feels too high. So for the top one, this is fine. So I'm gonna start out with 3 shots. Can't really see because I have the camera panned out, but just because I want to show you just the distance that I'm shooting at. So once I shoot these, we'll walk up there and we'll see where they're at. I mean, I'll be able to see them from here, but so all right, let's continue. First shot. So we'll just stay there and do 3 shots. All these will be with 10 pumps, using the Craftsman Premier hollow points. Same thing, dead center, orange target. Right in the same hole. Shot number 3. So pretty much, let's walk up there. The gun is empty. Let's take a quick look here. There's my 3-shot group. That's again 6.5 yards. So I basically just need to bring that up and to the left. So let's try that, and then we'll do 3 more. All right, so up is counterclockwise. So we'll go up 1, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. We'll go up 30. And then, so clockwise is to the left. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 3, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Right around 30. I don't know if that'll be enough, but we'll see. So already got a pellet in and 10 pumps. All right. Same thing. I'm going to aim just at that top target. Dead bullseye crosshairs on the orange sticker. See if we moved at all. 3 shots. So a little bit more to the left. Try again. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'll just bring this over and up some more here, but just kind of see if we're getting groups at least. Almost as so I probably have to do quite a few more clicks to get it where I want to. But it is at least grouping. All right, we'll bring it up some more. I think I can zoom in from here and kind of see where it was. Pretty much, I mean, it did come up to the left a little bit, but very minute. So let me just do a bunch more clicks, and then we'll do 3 more shots. So, all right, what did I say? Clockwise to the left, so we'll just give a bunch. We'll go 1 full turn, and then maybe another half, and then to up was counterclockwise, so we'll just go up a full turn and a half. See what that does. Five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I mean, I guess that's pretty good to get it on paper, but I just want to get it more dead center, and then I'll move to the bottom targets. All right, 3 more shots. Same aim point, dead center, orange circle target. I think that was dead center bullseye. Try 2 more. Might have been a good guess. We'll turn in a half. That's right in the black. One more. Probably with that, we're ready enough for outside. All right. Again, no recoil on this, so it's a very, very smooth shooter. All right. Let's go take a look at that. Those are dead center bullseye. All 3 of them. So that's right where I need to be. That's with a 14.3 grain Crossman Premier. Right there. There you go. Can't ask for a better group than that. Again, 6.5 yards, but you know what? An indoor range, a low-powered air rifle. I mean, that's equivalent to a, shooting a high-powered rifle. When you zero it in at what, 50, 25 to get it on paper, and then you stretch it out. So, I mean, I would say that's the equivalent. So, let's move down just to the lower targets, and tell you what, I got another one of these made up. So I'll start with the Crossman Premier, and then I'll go to the Silver Bear, and then we'll do some of the Preds, the JSB Predator Polymags. Those are 16 grain, and then the Beam and Silver Bear are 12.65 grains. So hang tight, I'll be right back. All right, we'll switch to the side-by-side paper target, starting with the left and then moving to the right. I'll start again with the Crossman Premier hollow points. Aim will be dead center. perfect group at the target above there. I mean, dead center, so I got it, the scope sighted in where I need it, and let's just see if we can continue to do so. I'll do 3 shots with the Crosman Premier, and then I'll move to the Silver Bear, and then I'll switch targets, and then we'll try the JSB Predator Polymags, and I might try some of those round balls as well. So let me get the gun loaded, pumped up, and we'll continue the shooting. All right, I'm pumped up, loaded with the Crosman Premier Hollow Point, ready to go. 14.3 grains. Again, this is only 6.5 yards. I apologize. I mean, I might get some criticism. You know, that's not a lot far enough to sight in an air rifle, but this is a lower powered multi-pump air rifle. I mean, this distances are, like I said, are probably equivalent to what you would use for sighting in a higher powered air, you know, an actual cartridge firing, real steel firearm or rifle. So this, I think this is sufficient enough to get your zero and your elevation and windage just right to continue at further distances. So let's just continue with the shooting. Again, left target, 3 shots. The Crosman Premier, I'll switch to the Silver Bear, and we'll move to the right target, and then I'll switch out, and then we'll do some Preds and some Gammo round balls. 3 shots. I'll pump and load as fast as I can. So pretty good. I mean, it moved a little bit to the right. That could have just me, you know, the pause, you know, between shooting. I could have changed the angle my head was or whatever, but still, 3 shots pretty much in the same hole. So that's, I think that's good. So let me move to the Silver Bear. All right, next up with the Daisy Powerline model 822. I'm going to use these 12.65 grain Beeman Silver Bear, or they're from H&N Sports. I'm going to put my light up above here. I charge it, but if it does start to flash, it's just because the battery's getting low again, but just add a little bit more light. But I'll just put it on low. It's enough. I may do more than 3 shots with the bear, since I haven't shot them, you know, yet on the targets. So I'll do 3 shots, see where they are. But if they're grouping good, and I'll just move on to the next pellet. So I got one already loaded up, 10 pumps. So we'll just continue the shooting. right, not bad. Last one was me. I kind of flinched a little bit, but the first two were right in the same hole, so I'm happy with that. Let's move to the next pellet. You know what? I am going to try 3 more. I just added another target to the top, and I'll aim at that one. That's with the Beeman Silver Bear. All right, 3 more. Everything's on that red dot or the orange circle there. A little bit more opened up. Again, that could have been me. I was kind of sitting at a different angle, more sideways and kind of just straight forward with the rifle, so that could have adjusted my point of aim or my head shift or whatever. So, and I do wear corrective lenses, so I don't know if that might result in, you know, kind of affect anything. So, but yeah, that's good enough. Again, Crossman Premier, Beeman Silver Bear. Let's move on to the JSB Predator Polymags with a fresh target. All right, I got fresh target set up. All I'm using is a box with some plastic shopping bags. Look at that target, no pun intended. 10 pumps, nothing has come through. So just something as little as that is, you know, effective enough to stop a 22 caliber pellet traveling at, you know, roughly what, 550 feet per second. So, well, so, you know, something you consider making, you know, if you have some of those bags laying around. All right, onto the JSB Predator Polymags, 16 grain. All right, next up, the JSB Predator Polymags, 16 grain. They have this plastic point on them. A very effective hunting rifle. I got the first one loaded up with 10 pumps. These are a little bit fidgety to load, being that they're longer with that tip. So just bear with me. 3 shots. If they group well, I'll just leave it at that and move to the round balls. If I may need to just kind of adjust a little bit, I'll add another circle up top and then shoot 3 more. So these may drop a little bit due to the heavier weight and slower speed, but we'll see how well they group. Again, very effective hunting pellet. Yeah, very fidgety to load. Just not enough room in the breech. There. All right, got it. number 3. Get it in there quickly. Yeah, they just want to look. They want to kind of turn. Pain to load. So. Yeah, that one's giving me trouble. Just they're hard to load. There. All right. All right, 3. Sorry about the delay there, but those are a little very fidgety to load because they're just long with that, especially with that polymer tip. But I'm satisfied. That's a nice group of 3, dead center. So smooth to the round balls. Those will be much easier to load. All right, next up, the Gammo lead round balls, 22 caliber, 15.43 grains. Again, 3 shots at the right target. If they group well, we'll just move on to the next thing. But if I might need to just kind of adjust a little bit, I'll just add another circle to the top, and then we'll go from there. Hold that one a bit. Let me just try one more. That one dropped. But again, those are round balls. Not bad. It's a group there. It's in the center. Again, only 6.5 yards. But I know where it's shooting now. We can take it outside, stretch it a little further, out to the 10, 15, or even 20 yards. One thing I want to try is I want to try shooting through the rings. Like I said, you can see through them without the adjustable objective on the front of the scope. I got enough room there. I can see the fiber optic front sight, and there's some space above it. So I'm going to attempt to see where it's shooting by just using those. You can't adjust the rear sight at all because you can't see it. So you're just using the kind of a little bit of a V in the scope ring as a rear sight, and then the fiber optic sight. So I'll go ahead and move to the upper target there. I'm going to add another orange dot above that one, and then we'll just kind of see where they shoot. I will use the Crosman Premier Hollow Points for that. So stand by, I'll be right back. All right, my air conditioner just kicked on. I have a Crosman Premier Hollow Point loaded up. I'm going to be shooting at that lower dot. Using the rings, you can see there's a gap there. You can't really see it, but I can see the front fiber optic sight. So we'll just do a short range shot using those. And I will do 3 shots. All right. Sorry, my camera got a little sideways there, but seemed to group pretty well. A little bit high and to the left, but not bad for just using the scope rings as a rear sight and the fiber optic. It was a little hard seeing the red fiber optic up against the orange, but it was effective, so it works. So for your closer range shots, you know, say if you're hunting, I mean, you could use those. But this scope does it has what, 2 to 7, so you can drop it down to 2, right? And for your closer range shots as well. But you know, it might be quicker just to use the scope ring there for the rear sight and the front red fiber optic. But yeah, you can see kind of lose that red in the orange, so I wouldn't recommend using those for anything with fiber optics. But not too bad. Everything seemed to work out pretty good at the 6.5 yards. I might be closer to 6 because of the difference. You can see I kind of got a thicker backstop. Yeah, I mean, that's enough to take it outside and stretch it out even further, and then just kind of tighten it up from there. So let's go ahead and wrap up this video, and we'll try to move everything outside. So, be right back. Back with the Daisy Powerline Model 822 multi-pump in 22 caliber. Got it, the Barska 2 to 7 by 32 millimeter scope, sighted in at 6.5 yards with the Crossman Premier Hollow Punch, 14.3 grains. Also have it kind of pretty much sighted in with the Silver Bears, as well as these are 12.65, and then the 16 grade JSB Predator Polymags, and also with the Gammo 15.43 grain lead round balls. Everything's pretty much centered. I think that's good enough to take it outside and stretch it out to 10, 15, or even 20 yards. I prefer to get this zeroed in right around 15 or 20, and then I can go from there. That's about the max distance that I like to, if I'm hunting, take small game humanely. I really don't want to risk anything further than that. It's just, to me, it's unethical. But 20 and under is good enough, especially for some of your higher trees. So yeah, not too bad. I'm not going to brag about my groups. Some at that distance, just it's nothing to brag about, but it's good enough to take it outside and stretch it out further, and then just kind of tighten it up and hone it from there. Did pretty good with the open sights, the see-through rings, and the fiber optic sight. 3 shots, pretty much all in the same hole, just a little bit up and to the left. So that pretty much you just need to eyeball yourself. But not too bad with the Daisy Powerline Model 822 multi-pump air rifle, pellet gun, actually pellet rifle, shoots pellets, as well as the round balls, of course. Anyhow, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video where we'll be outside. It is going to be near 90 today, so I'm not sure if I will do this outside today, but once I get that video, I will get it out to you as soon as I can. Again, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.